Hello and good evening, everybody here in Hong Kong and Singapore time, this time zone. And good morning, good afternoon, those of you who are tuning in, watching live or watching the replay. Hello, hello, hello. I just wanted to jump in here real quick today, and to share with you. Hope everyone's having a good week so far. It is now Wednesday evening, Hong Kong time, middle of the week. And this past a week and a half, I've been focusing on you. If you follow me on Facebook or Instagram, you know that this week has been a promotional week for us. We only do this maybe twice a year, sometimes 3 times a year, where we invite people who are interested to join us in our membership. So this week has been a very, very busy week. It's been a super fun 10 days. I think it's been 10 days so far. Yeah, it's about 10 days. And I just wanted to share some of my thoughts about, how the experience went. I just want to give you behind the scenes look into what that was like and what I did and what I learned from this experience. So every single time we open doors for our Singers Connect memberships, and we don't do this all the time. We only do it like I said, 2 or 3 times a year. But every time we do it, we learn something new and we welcome new members and we get them started on this journey. And so this time we did something a little bit different. So this time I actually did a 5-day Learn to Sing in 5 Days workshop. So thank you. If you can hear me, it's all good here. Excellent. Awesome. I'm using some new equipment today. Maybe I'll do a little Facebook, Instagram post about the new toy I have. I'm really into mics. I have about 4 or 5 different mics around me off camera that you don't see. I have a thing for mics. I don't know why, but well, I guess it comes with the trade. Anyway, so this past week, we did a Learn to Sing in 5 Days workshop, and it was something that we've never really done before. So we've done something similar. We've done workshops in 10 days. We've done webinars, and we've done different things during our promotional week. This is the first time that we did a specifically Learn to Sing in 5 days. And so what I did was I taught my formula. So those who may not know, I have something called an easy vocal technique formula that I teach all of my students one-on-one, or I teach them in a group, or I also teach that in the membership. And the whole idea with the membership is that you learn the tools in the easy vocal technique formula as a way of getting the foundation right. And then from there, you spend most of your time implementing. So you can actually learn vocal technique very, very quickly. You can learn the techniques and you can learn the tools very, very quickly. Literally, you can learn it in 5 days, like what we just did. And it totally did work. We've never done a 5-day workshop like this before, but it was amazing. We had great feedback. And we shared music together. We shared our stories, and we shared our voices with one another. And we had attendees in this 5-day workshop that had never sung in front of anybody before. That is amazing, and they were posting their vocal practices into the group, into our private Facebook group. And they were sharing their stories. And it wasn't just about learning to sing. And that's where I wanted to share this with everybody, because it wasn't, even though the whole workshop was Learn to Sing in 5 days, but it really wasn't about learning to sing. Of course it was learning to sing, because that's what we were teaching, but it went so much deeper than that. Hey, Chloe. Chloe is one of our members in our membership. Hey, Chloe, nice to see you here. And it went so much deeper than that, because through music, and I was sharing this with the attendees as well. It's all of us got together through music. So music was the pathway. Music kind of brought us together, and we had people from all over the world: Guatemala, UAE, Singapore. We had UK, all over the US, Canada, Hong Kong as well. And we had all these different countries, people from these different countries coming together, all united together through music and through that shared desire of wanting to learn how to sing. And what was fascinating is that it wasn't just about, here's my voice and here's a technique. We had conversations. I was watching some of the conversations that were going on. There's conversations about, what music meant to them, stories from their past, their fears when it comes to singing in front of other people, fears about their age. We had one attendee was sharing with us that she was worried that being in her 50s, maybe it's too late for her to even bother trying to learn how to sing. And we said, no, 100% not. She ended up posting a video recording of her singing, and it was she's got a beautiful voice, and all of us in the comments were like, why are you not singing? You definitely need to put your voice out there. And she shared with us that she'd never sung in front of anybody before. That was the first time that she posted something where other people were listening and giving her, encouraging her and elevating her. And that is the power of music, to bring people together, to unite people. And it's a shared experience. Now, if it weren't for these 5 days together, would we have all met as a community? I don't think so. So don't underestimate the ripple effect of just choices that you make. All of the people who attended the workshop, I'm so grateful that many of them maybe had never heard of me before and never heard of OVA, Online Vocal Academy, never even heard of this thing. What's the singing membership thing? And they took a chance. They spent $10. They took a chance. They invested their time, and they shared a part of their journey with us. And that forever, that moment is going to be something that all of us will carry with us and will remember. And we, even if it's for a brief moment, it really had us intertwined and shared in that shared experience. And that does change us. And that does change us for the better. So I'm super grateful. And I just wanted to share that because that was definitely not something that I was fully expecting. I really didn't know what to expect when we put this workshop together. And I'm so grateful for all those who participated so full out and were so open and really supporting one another. Now, did everybody post? No, but that wasn't the point. The point was that it was an experience and it was self-paced. So you come as you are. And it was no way competitive at all. And sometimes before some of the attendees started doing the workshop, they did share with me, I'm a little bit intimidated. I don't know, is everybody going to be a really good singer? And I'm like, trust me, this is not what this is about. This is a journey. And so I wanted to share with you a couple of quotes or just insights from this 5-day workshop that have really stuck with me and that I will carry with me moving forward as well. And I wanted to share that with all of you. And one phrase that I found myself repeating over and over again during this workshop was, and I've said this before, those of you who are in my membership, you know, when I say it, you'll know what I'm talking about. Where our attention goes, energy flows. This is not a quote that I made up. This is a quote that's out there. But I feel like it's so simple, but it's so powerful. Why? Because not only can it apply to learning how to sing or learning any kind of skill, but it applies to our lives too. Where our attention goes, energy flows. And let me share with you just a little bit why I brought this up in the membership, why this was a constant thing that kept coming up. It's because I was teaching in the workshop. I was actually teaching my formula. I wasn't teaching the full formula, but I taught the main components of the formula. And the whole premise of the formula is that it's not about having you nail the notes or perfect them or sound perfect or master them in 5 days. It was all about awareness, because really that's the first step. But awareness in what? Because so often, and maybe this is something that you who are listening right now can relate to. How many of us can relate to this? That we're singing or learning something new, learning a new skill, we're singing, and then we are focusing on all the things we don't like. We are focusing on all the things that we think is wrong. And so what happens? Where our attention goes, energy flows. So what does that mean? We are energizing those negative thoughts. And when we energize those negative thoughts, we give it momentum. And when we give those negative thoughts momentum, it solidifies in our mind, right? That I'm not good. I don't sound good. I can't do this. That note was awful. So does anybody relate to this? Because that was like the better part of my teenage life as a performer. And I did share this in the workshop. I did share this because with part of it was sharing my story. And everybody was sharing their story and I was sharing mine. Whereas I learned how to sing. I started singing at 8 years old, but it was really a journey for me. And I spent a long time really focusing on all the wrong things. I had the best mentors, I had the best teachers, I had the best training, and I had the experiences, but my attention was in the wrong place. I kept thinking of all the things that were wrong, and I didn't focus on the things that I was doing well. So then all the stuff that I didn't like got amplified. And I did share this with the group, and let me know if that is something that you can relate to. So this is something that we talked about a lot in the 5-day workshop. And as I was teaching the attendees the Easy Vocal Technique formula, I shared with them, look, these techniques are not about making you have like the perfect voice or mastering this. It's not about that. What it's about is shifting your attention. Let's shift your attention away from the things that you normally tend to think about, like when you're singing. Maybe you're thinking about, I'm nervous. Oh, that high note is coming. I'm scared of that high note. I'm worried about flipping. I'm worried about cracking. I'm worried about I don't think I'm using the right muscle. Instead of focusing all of our attention on that, we shift it, because it's not enough to say stop thinking about those bad things. Stop thinking about those negative thoughts. It's not enough to do that. We need to shift our attention to other habits. And as we build those habits, we energize those positive habits, and that's how we build it into our system. So that's one of the things that I wanted to share, is that element of where our attention goes, energy flows. Stacy and Christina, I see you here. Hello, Stacy. Lovely to see you. So great that you're here. I hope you're doing well. And Christina, hello. Christina is a new member that just joined our membership as well. So excited to get to know you. All right. So the next thing I wanted to share with you is this idea about finding your path. And this is also another common thing that kept coming up in the 5-day workshop as well. And what is this path that I kept talking about? The path is vocal balance. And I for some reason, I keep this whole week, I think it's because where your attention goes, energy flows. So my mind was on the workshop. And as I was teaching my one-on-one students, I would keep saying, you got to find that path. We got to find that path. And so they would ask me, what is this path? What does that mean? And I thought, okay, let's talk about this. Because when we learn to sing, when we're learning vocal technique, the whole purpose of it is to shift away from our bad habits, shift our thinking, shift our attention away from the things that we do that are actually getting in the way, like using wrong muscles or cracking or straining or not breathing effectively. So we shift our attention away from those, and we start to learn new habits. Now, when we shift our attention away from those things or blocks that are getting in the way of our voices, what we're doing is we're aligning ourselves. And then all of a sudden we start to realize that, hey, actually, this feels pretty good. And when that starts to happen, that's where we're in a state of vocal balance. And that is the point of learning how to sing. When we learn how to sing and learn vocal technique, is to help you find vocal balance. And that's what we do in the membership. The membership is teaching you the tools, but also helping you to implement them so that you can find that pathway, so that you can find vocal balance. And I talked about it like you're riding a bicycle. Does anybody ride a bicycle here? When we learn how to ride a bicycle, we fall off a couple times, right? Because we're just learning how to find that balance. But the minute we find that balance, the minute we get it in our body, we get it in our system, then what happens? We can easily ride. We can go anywhere we want. We can turn left, we can turn right, we can go faster, we can slow down, we can just glide, we can speed up, right? So singing is the same way. Singing is so tied to our body. It's so in our system that we need to feel what that balance is like first. And so oftentimes when I get students to find that balance, and by the way, finding this balance is not hard. It's really not hard. You can find it probably within an hour. So whenever we work with students, and then we very, very quickly can get them to experience vocal balance. But here's the thing. Here's the kicker. When students experience vocal balance and they think, oh yeah, this feels right. Yeah, I think I get it. Yeah, this feels like it's balanced. 9 times out of 10, you know what they do? They say, but it doesn't sound good. They always do that. They say that. Our students are like 9 times out of 10. So if you are working with somebody right now, you have a vocal coach, ask your vocal coach that. They'll probably totally know what it is that I'm talking about, right? They'll see that. Students will say, yeah, that's right. Oh yeah, I'm not straining. oh yeah, I'm not going into falsetto. I'm not cracking. I'm not using the wrong muscles, and I'm not running out of air anymore. Oh, this is great, but it doesn't sound good. Or they'll say it sounds weird, or they'll say it sounds blah blah blah. They'll have some kind of judgment on themselves, right? We all do that. And then I'll say that is not the point right now. The point is, are you on that path? Are you walking that path? And then I kind of liken it to this when I say, when you find that pathway and you find that vocal balance, your job is just to stay there for as long as possible. Because if you stay there and you keep walking that path, eventually you'll find your legs. And when you find your legs, it's like riding that bicycle. You find that balance, you can speed up. All of a sudden you're free gliding. And then you realize, I am singing without even thinking. And I'm singing freely and expressively. That's where I want all of our students to get to. That's what I want you to get to as well. And so, but we trip ourselves up, right? We try to find vocal balance and we think, yeah, it's okay. It feels better, but it doesn't sound good only because we're not used to it. We have to grow into it. We have to grow into our voices, really learn to find that balance first. First step is always find that balance. Stay on that path. Don't judge the path. Stay on the path. Walk the path, keep singing, keep staying in that zone of vocal balance. Eventually you'll find your legs, you'll get it in your body, and then you'll be singing like you never realized you could sing before. And we see this happening with our students all the time, and it's totally possible for you too. So I really wanted to share that with all of you because I felt that it was so key to, and it just summarizes the entire experience of what learning to sing really is all about. It's about helping you to find that balance. When you find that balance, you stay on that balance. You discover your voice in that way. So many times students will ask me, I can't find my voice. I said, you don't have to find your voice. Your voice is in you. You don't have to go and find it. It's not like a thing you don't have. And just not like a treasure that is hidden somewhere and you got to go and find it. I say it's in you. Your voice is in you. Just keep walking the path and you will find it on your own. You'll discover it. You will reveal it. It will reveal itself to you. Your voice will reveal itself to you. And then what's the next exciting step after that? You can play with it. You can try different genres. You can explore different styles and ad libs and vibrato and dynamics, and you can explore different languages, singing in different languages as well. Then it gets really exciting. Then it gets really fun. Okay, so with that, I hope that was interesting and that was insightful for you. And I wanted to now share with you a little bit about the membership. And if you have any questions about the membership, I want to make sure, because tonight our membership doors, enrollment to our membership closes. It closes in 4 hours from now. All right, so midnight Hong Kong, it will close, and then we will not open for another few months. So if you are interested, then do check out this section so you know whether or not the membership is something that you want to participate in now or not. So and you also, I'm here to answer any questions that you may have as well. So all of you are right now invited to the membership. And now, what is the membership? The membership is a unique experience. It's not like anything that's out there right now. And it's not the same as having one-on-one vocal lessons. The membership is not meant to replace one-on-one vocal lessons. So if you are having lessons with a coach right now, it doesn't mean that this replaces that. It's a supplemental learning experience, but it's also a standalone. So if you don't have lessons with a coach, you can still get a lot of value and experience from the membership. And I wanted to share with you how exactly this membership can help you become to discover your confidence. So if you are somebody that's struggling with vocal confidence right now, all of us do. You're not alone. Every single one of us, at the end of the day, we want to be confident singers. We want to be able to stand and sing anytime, any place. But it's more than that. We want to be able to use our voices and not be afraid to express ourselves. And if expressing yourself through music is something that you want to do, but you're not confident in it, you're not confident about that, about your voice being out there or about sharing your voice with others, then this is a membership that would be perfect for you. And I wanted to share with that idea of confidence here is Lucas, who had joined our membership as a founding member last year when we first launched. And I just love what he said here. He said, the membership gave me validation in my singing and confidence. I believe that your mentality when singing plays a huge factor in the actual outcome of your singing. And I could not agree more. And so he was saying that the membership just gave him that validation. It made him believe in himself. And when he believed in himself, what happened was he started producing more music. He started writing more. And then he started his own YouTube channel. And that through that self-expression, that became his journey. Was he a professional singer, or like really, was he already singing before he came to the membership? No, he wasn't. He was kind of just seeing what would happen. But this is the power of it. This membership is not just about, learn how to sing and, do really well in karaoke. It's not just that. It's all about, we talk a lot about mindset. So if you're struggling with the mindset, we talk a lot about that in the membership through the way that we coach. Stacy, who is right here right now. I'm so excited that you're here. We miss you so much. Now, Stacy had shared with us, music is something I can't live without. And to sing makes me the happiest. To know how to grow as a singer changes who you are as a person. I'm so much more confident and I don't hesitate to learn. And that gets me every time. Because to know that ripple effect of learning how to sing can actually, have that extended benefit in our lives. And this is something that I relate to on a personal level as well. Raniel, who's also in our membership, she says, I believe all of us have a built-in talent, and I could not agree more. We often ask ourselves, do you have to be born talented to be a singer? And the truth is no. There's so many benefits of learning how to sing that will benefit you. Even if you think you're tone deaf, you're not. Okay. Even if you don't think you're born talented, you are. If you have a voice, you can speak, you have a gift. So you are born with a talent. You just don't see that yet. And so Raniel says here, I believe all of us have a built-in talent. We just need to believe in ourselves that we have it. I'm thankful for Crystal and her team because they made me realize that I have something that I didn't know until I joined the membership. And that's the thing. That's the message that I want to share with you. Whether you join the membership or not, really the key is that if anything, if you are watching right now, whether not live or on the replay, whether you join the membership or not, I want you to know that, you do have a voice in you. And you have a voice. If something is calling you, speaking to you right now about music or, wanting to discover your voice, then you owe it to yourself to see what happens. Just take one step, whether it's with a membership or not. Maybe it's having a lesson with somebody or finding a vocal coach in your area. If you prefer one-on-one, that's totally cool too. But take that first step. I've received so many messages during this time, both from the attendees, but also people who didn't attend. And they sent me DMs, they sharing with me their stories. And I love to hear that. So if you have a story you want to share with me, DM me. I want to know. I want to learn more about you. I want to know, what is your desire? What is your greatest fear when it comes to putting your voice out there? DM me. Let's have a conversation about it. Because I think that this part about learning to sing is so fascinating. That if you take that first step in learning to discover your voice and starting to use it for self-expression, you will be amazed at the ripple effect that can happen. We see it happening over and over again. So again, whether you join the membership or not, I want you to take that first step. Sing in front of somebody, record yourself, or experiment with writing a song. Just take that first step, and that will already start to open a door for you. And this is Hilaria, who is also a member, and she said, these singing lessons constantly hit me in the head. And I would recognize that whatever I'm doing in my voice would be a behavioral pattern in my own life. And this is what I mean, learning to sing or learning any skill, when you really do it with intention and you were really doing it with focus, it is personal development. And if you love to sing, music is something that you really enjoy and you want to have more music, you want to bring more music into your life, then maybe you would like to consider joining us in the membership, because not only will you have that pathway to understanding the voice and discovering it, but every single week we give you something new to practice. Every single month there's something new to focus on. So it's a journey that you will be joining and taking, that we'll be taking together. And not only that, the ripple effect of that. So once you discover and release a part of you, or you develop a little bit more confidence in your voice, those little steps, those are big wins. Little steps are big wins. Then you start to see that you're more confident in other areas of your life too. And this is what Solera always shares with us all the time. You should definitely check out her work. She's an entrepreneur. She does incredible work. I don't want to give it away what she does, but do look her up, Solera. All of the vocal insight and confidence and personal growth is 100% possible for you too. And again, whether you are joining us in the membership or not, take this. If you're watching this right now and this is hitting home in any way, again, if you join the membership or not, know that the confidence and personal growth that you might be wanting is 100% possible for you. And it's not just like, oh, I want to know it and then I will have confidence forever. No, confidence is cultivated, but confidence is the willingness to try. Just take one step. It's a willingness to try. With that, confidence grows. And where your attention goes, energy flows, right? If your attention is on, I'm just going to take one step forward, I'm going to take one step forward, your energy is going to flow that way. When your energy flows that way, you will discover that you're moving ahead. And as you're moving ahead, you notice you can compare where you are to where you started. And you realize, oh, I've made progress. And that's where you get confidence. That's where confidence comes from. All right, so real quick, here's what you get. If you are considering joining us in the membership, remember, doors close tonight in about 4 hours, midnight tonight, Hong Kong time. So 3.5 hours from now, doors will close. So here is what you get: access to the self-study version of my Easy Vocal Technique formula, which I shared. If you were in the workshop, then you would have had 4 of the 5 parts. There are 5 parts to it, and we go a little bit deeper. We go quite a lot deeper in the version that's in our membership. So you have access to that self-paced. You get a brand new training video every single month. We do all kinds of different topics. We've done vibrato. Next month, in March, our members don't even know this yet. I'm revealing it here. In April, our focus of the month is ad-libs. So if you've ever wanted to learn ad-libs or runs, we're going to be focusing on that in April. I announced it here before our members even know. So that is our focus of the month coming up. We've done vibrato, we've done harmonizing, and we always revisit and dive deeper into topics as well. So you get access to all the videos that we've done, all the trainings we've done in the past, and every single month you get a brand new one. We do live coaching sessions twice a month. Now, if you're wondering what live group coaching sessions are, those are probably the most transformative. And those are the ones that our members look forward to over and over again, not just to participate live, but to watch the replay. And why is watching the replay? Why would you want to sit in on a person's lesson? So let me explain something to you. Let me share something with you. When I had given up music, if you know my story, maybe you don't know my story, but I gave up on music for a while because I was struggling so much in music. I had no confidence in my voice. So I gave up. But my mother never gave up on me, right? My mother never gave up on me. And she said, come and watch me teach. So I sat in on her lessons. And I swear, those lessons that I sat in on, they outweighed in terms of what I learned and what I got from those lessons that I was watching. So let me paint the picture. My mother is teaching somebody else. She's not teaching me. She's teaching somebody else, but I'm hearing the changes in that person's voice. I'm hearing the transformation, not just in the voice, but in their personality. I can see it in their posture. I can see it and feel it in their energy. I can see it when they start to smile and they realize they hit a note they've never hit before. I see that happening. That transformation, when I notice it and I train my ear to hear that and become aware of it, and I know the tools that my mother is using and how she's using it to create those changes, that experience every single day I was watching her teach while I still had a full-time job. I was still doing this on the weekends and also in the evenings. That far outweighed the training that I had with other coaches that through my teenage years. Why? Because I was paying attention to the right things. When you're in a lesson when I was my own experience, when I was training, and I trained with some of the best mentors and coaches around the world, but I couldn't get out of my own head. I couldn't get out of my own head. I kept thinking, this is horrible, so bad, like, oh, that's terrible. I was so in my head that I didn't even notice when I was on that path, when I was vocal balanced, when I was balanced. So when I was balanced, I didn't even notice it. When I was on the right path, I'm like, I couldn't see it because I was so in my own head. So watching somebody else's lesson and hearing that and understanding what my mother was doing with her lessons and how she was able to transform a person's voice using these little shifts and tools, using the tools to just shift the student's attention, it suddenly dawned on me. I totally could hear it because I was outside of my own head. I was listening to that person's voice. So that is what you get access to twice a month. You get access to me. And also, eventually, we have partner coaches who will be doing this as well. You get access to insider look into our lessons. And I share with you exactly what I'm doing, what I'm hearing. You hear that transformation. You can take that tool. You know what you're looking for because you know what you're listening out for. you apply it in your own voice and you will find that transformation too. You will experience the same results. So that's what we have included in the membership. It's a huge part of the membership too. It's very, very unique in the way that we run our laser coaching. We call them laser coaching, but the way that we run it is very, very unique. So if you're interested, I encourage you just to join. Check it out. Check it out for 2 months. If you don't like it, you can leave. That's okay. No, that is totally okay. But check it out because it's so, so amazing. It's so fun as well. Every single month, we invite a guest expert to come in to do an interview, but we also do a closed door session, which means this guest expert will come in and share with us, give us their insight and expertise, and allow our members to ask them any question that they may want. So what kind of guests do we have? We've had music producers in the past. We've had singers, songwriters in the past. We've had multiple singer-songwriters actually sharing their stories with us, how they write songs, their process, their experience in the industry. We've had a sound engineer come in and how does it work in a recording studio. Soon we're going to have songwriting clinics as well. We're going to bring in a guest expert to teach you how to write your own songs as well. Even if you don't play any instruments, you've never played a piano before, you can write a melody line, and we're going to show you how to do that. We've had a confidence coach, Broadway performers. It's this closed door session where you can have direct access to them, and a total value that I think it's actually more than that, but of $198 every single month. That's the value that you're getting. Are you going to pay that? No, that's not what we're charging right now. Plus, you get these bonuses as well, full access to the OVA Hub. What is the OVA Hub? That is our library, a collection of all the video trainings that we've done in the past, and where we put all of our replays. So all of our laser coaching sessions, replays, you can binge watch these. They're so valuable. And they're all there for you, organized and categorized for you in the OVA Hub. It's like a content library. You get the private community as well. Private community is not on Facebook. Okay, it's not on Facebook. Our private community is on Mighty Networks, which has an app, and so it's much more private and secure. So that is where our community is, and you can communicate and share your vocal practices and see everything that's going on in the membership through that. You also get access to weekly updates and practice prompts. So every single week, and so many of our members, I see Katie here. Hey, Katie. Katie's one of our members as well. And so many of our members say they look forward to these weekly emails because we tell you everything that you missed. So summarize what you missed. So if you're feeling like, I don't know what's happening, I don't know what I'm doing, what should I do first? Jump into the email every single week. You get that. You get a summary of what you missed. You get a summary of what to expect, all the exciting things that are coming up down the line. Plus, you get prompts. So we give you 3 to 4 practice prompts. So if you're like, I don't know what to think, I don't know what to work on this week. I want to practice, but I'm not feeling very inspired. You can jump into these emails and you will always have new ideas to spark some inspiration to help you know what to practice and what to put your attention on. Okay, so it's an additional value of $99 a month. And so that's what it costs. But of course, you're not going to pay anything close to that. We have 2 recurring plans. Again, this is if you are interested in joining the membership. I would recommend you could just join for 2 months. So you could join as a 2-month recurring plan, which works out to be $37 a month, just over $1 a day. Or if you're saying, I'm going to go all in, most of you actually who have signed up have done this plan, actually. Most of you are on an annual plan now. And you're making that commitment to yourself and you say, I know this is a journey and this is the community that I want to be part of. And so you may want to do an annual recurring plan. So just that works out to be $27 a month and you get access to all of this. Hugely transformational for less than $1 a day. Now, these prices are not going to stay this way forever. If you're considering joining, remember you can cancel. So if you join for 2 months and you think this is not for me, I don't like it, I don't like Crystal, I hope you don't say that, but it's not for you. It's not for you. That's okay. Then you can cancel, no questions asked. Okay, we don't have the fast action bonus because that's gone already. And so this is where the link is. And if you want, I can post it here as well so that you have access to that. Again, if you have any questions, I'm going to run through. There have been some questions that have been asked about the membership, so I will answer those. But if you have any questions right now, then do feel free to ask them as well while I am online. Or if you have a question about singing, I'm happy to answer that as well. So I'm going to go ahead and click the link here In the meantime, feel free to ask me a question. And also, here is the link to join. So if you want to join, do go ahead and check out the offer. And also, again, it closes in a few hours from now, and then we won't open again for at least a few months. So if you're interested, check it out, join us, jump right in, and then we can start your journey. All right, so a couple of quick questions about the membership that I have received is, okay, if you already have vocal lessons privately, is this still suitable? And the answer is definitely yes, because this is a supplemental, this is a standalone experience, but it's also supplemental to your learning as well. It's not going to interfere with what you're learning. So you can be side by side, or if you don't have lessons with somebody, you can actually just use it as a standalone to start understanding and learning vocal technique in your own pace and your own time. It's a lot more flexible as well. And also there's a lot more variety, because with one-on-one lessons, it's amazing, but also sometimes you don't know what to practice, right? If you're not with your vocal coach and during the week, maybe you have lessons once a month, and then the rest of the time you're like, I don't know what to practice. Then you don't know how to implement it. You're not thinking, you're not training yourself to put your attention in the right spots, in the right areas. Then you can easily go off path, right? Go off track. And so that's what this membership is about keeping you on track. I'm not ready for other people to hear me sing yet. Is this still right for me? Yes, because we've designed this program to grow with you. We have members that are very, very active in posting their practice videos, which we love, but we also have members that don't post at all, and they observe and they watch, they ask questions, and they participate in our coaching sessions. They're there, but they don't show their camera or anything like that. And that is totally good. That's great, because every journey is different. And this program is designed to grow with you and to be self-paced. You can create the program and go through it in the way that you want to. I'm really busy. Will I have time for this? Well, we believe that it's not about how much time you spend actually practicing that really counts. It's the quality of that time, because you could be spending hours and hours practicing, but if the quality of your practice time, you're focusing on the wrong things, you're going to get frustrated and you're not going to see the results. So what we really focus on in the membership is making sure that you focus on the right things. So if you only have 10 minutes, guaranteed you're going to know what to focus on in those 10 minutes, right? You're not going to just randomly just sing songs and without having anything in mind. You're going to have something in mind. So those 10 minutes are going to be more valuable. Those 10 minutes of focus time is going to be way more valuable than an hour of just random singing. I'm talking about if you're sitting down to practice. So again, it's not about how much time you spend on it. If you got 5 or 10 minutes, you will see a progress. You will see improvement if you know what you're focusing on. Is it really risk-free? Yes, it is. I would say that it is, because you can join. And if after 7 days, so when you join, you get instant access to our private community, and you also start to get access to the Easy Vocal Technique Formula self-paced course. You actually get the whole thing. So if after 7 days, you don't like it and you think, I don't really like this, you can ask for a refund and we'll refund you right away. So within 7 days of purchasing and you jump in and you're like, I don't like it. You can, no one's ever asked for a refund because everybody's really loved it. So I do hope that you will love it. But if you don't, for any reason, you can ask for a refund and we will do that. No questions asked. And finally, how long will it take to hear progress in my voice? That is a journey. Some students, actually, we've had many students that have experienced transformational differences in 1 or 2 days of just going through the program. We've had students who start to notice whose family members start to notice a change in them after 4 or 5 weeks. So it really depends on you, but it can be very fast. Because I actually think that if you can completely transform in 4 or 5 weeks, that's very, very fast for me. So it can be really, really fast if you know what to focus on. So again, everybody is different and every journey is different. But remember, we are not about making you have perfect voices. We're not about making you, sing like your favorite singer. I want you to sing like Beyonce. I want you to sing like Adele. That's not what we are about. It's not competitive in any way. It's discovering the journey that's yours and your uniqueness, and really cultivating that. And also knowing that progress, as long as you're moving forward and you know what to put your focus on, you know where to put your attention, and you're moving forward, you're gonna hear progress. It's like pretty much guaranteed. You got the community behind you. You have vocal coaches, top vocal coaches, not just me, but you have Christine Sampson, and you have our partner coaches, Sarah, and KJ, who are partners with us. And we're bringing in more partner coaches to support you as well. Every single month, you get a new guest expert to come and give you more, share their wisdom and expertise. You got the vocal tools. You have the implementation. You know exactly what to practice. You have plenty of ideas of how to practice. And if you have 10 minutes to work on your voice, you'll know exactly what to work on. Plus, you got the live coaching calls that you can jump in live or you can watch the replays. That is huge. Are you going to improve with all those conditions? I think you will. Because I truly believe that. And we see that happening in our members all the time as well. We launched for the first time almost a year ago today. And so we have definitely spent this past year really tweaking and really seeing what works and what doesn't work, and really changing and adjusting things. So we're really, really happy with the way that the membership is right now. And I invite you to join us. So again, our membership the door closes in a few hours. So if you want to join, the link is here. And if you have any questions, any vocal technique questions, please feel free. Okay, so a Facebook user, hello. They asked, is this about vocal technique more than singing in different musical styles or genres? So if you're asking about the membership, I can explain a little bit more about how the journey begins. The journey begins with awareness, and the journey begins with foundation. So knowing the tools that you need for your journey. And that's the easy vocal technique formula. So we talk about technique. We dive deep into technique. So once you join the membership, you get access to the self-paced course. It's only 5 videos. But there's prompts at every single video, and that just gives you all the tools you need. So whether you are a total beginner or you are somebody who has had lessons in the past, but you still feel like there's some kind of limitation in your vocals, or you know that there's things that you still want to improve about your voice, then we level out the playing field. We make sure you have all the right tools that you need, not more, no less, to get started. And that's what the easy vocal technique formula is all about. And you learn that the day after you join the membership, you get access to my entire course already. So once you have that, the next leg of the journey is implementation. And so implementation means knowing how to practice and really fine-tuning it so that you can find vocal balance. That is our main priority and goal, is to get all of our students to experience vocal balance, which means they've shifted away from the habits that are getting in the way, shifting away from habits that may be causing damage to their vocals. As quickly as possible, our goal is to get you to experience vocal balance. When you experience vocal balance, what's the next leg of that journey? Stay there for as long as possible. Get used to vocal balance, because if you haven't been balanced, if your voice, it's off balance for a while, it might take you a little bit of time to find it, or not. You might find it very quickly. But when you find it, it doesn't mean you don't veer off path. You do. Sometimes we do veer off path because we're human, right? We still have habits that come in and kick us off the path. So our goal for that leg of the journey is to make sure you stay on the path and you're consistent. Now, as you're consistent, and we give you tools on how to do that, as you're consistent, then what? Then you can play. You can do what you like with that voice. You can try to explore a new genre. You can and we do that. We dive every single month. We do a different topic. So what have we done in the past? We've done genres. So that was one of the trainings that we did a few months ago. It was all about the importance of exploring different genres and why, but not just singing a different genre, but knowing strategically, knowing the benefits, and knowing how to practice a song in a different genre, how to explore, how to appreciate different genres. Right? Because that's really important. Understanding what makes country rock different from, R&B, and knowing how to differentiate between those two, but training your ear. So we do dive into that as well. So it's all about finding the vocal balance, using the vocal technique to find the balance, getting you consistently on that path of vocal balance, and then showing you different ways that you can use your voice, whether it's through different musical genres. We did one on rhythm as well. So if you have troubles with timing, we teach you that as well. There's already a training in the membership all about rhythm. So I hope that answers your question. So it is actually combination of both. We get you started on the vocal technique really, really quickly, so that as soon as possible, you can start to play and have fun. And like I mentioned, the focus of the month training for April that we have coming up in the membership is ad-libs. So if you're not ready for ad-libs, you don't have to do that focus of the month training. You can actually go into the previous, I guess we've done how many? I think we have 10 months in the program already. So there's already 10 different trainings that you can dive into. Every single month we add a new one. So yes, I hope that answers your question. That's a great question. Thank you for asking that. Okay, if there is no more questions, then I guess that's it. So next week, after doors close for our monthly membership, I will be coming on again regularly because I really enjoy getting to know all of you who do follow me on Facebook and on Instagram. And so I will be coming back to do more lives. So if you have questions, you have a song that you want me to teach you how to sing, that can come up as well. So DM me, send me a message. If you a particular topic you want me to cover, if there's a particular genre, there's a particular song that you want me to show you how to appreciate, or you might want to practice that, like a little mini tutorial, I can do that as well. So send me messages and let me know what you're interested in. But I would love for you to join me in the membership because we go deep and we have a lot of fun and we get to know each other really, really well. And we already have several people. We are welcoming our brand new members already. And again, doors close in just a few hours from now. So if there's no more questions, we'll just leave it for another 10 seconds to make sure nobody has questions. I'm not rushing you. Okay. If you want to keep talking, I'm here. But if you want to go, you don't have any more questions, I'll be back next week. And let me know if there's any particular topic that you want me to talk about. If there's no more questions here, then I guess that's it. I hope to see you inside the membership. onlinevocalacademy.com/connect, closing in a few hours. But if not, then I will see you online again another time. And be sure to DM me, send me your requests, your song requests, or your technique questions. And yeah, we can have more conversations about that. Thank you so much. And thank you. Hey, honey, I didn't say hello to you here. Hey, honey, Marie. I don't know if you're still here or not, but hello, I see you here. All right. Have a wonderful evening. Have a wonderful week. Stay safe, everybody. Take care. And I'll see you very soon. Bye-bye.